Warning, videos by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And those side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks and I approve this message. For the weapons of our warfare are not of flesh, but have divine power to destroy strongholds. God did not design you to be in bondage to anything, to anyone, to any circumstance. You were made in the image of the Creator, and that Creator is wholeness, completeness, greatness. The only place you can find true freedom is in the presence of the Almighty. Today, I'm gonna give you 7 steps to your breakthrough. Now these steps are universal. You can apply them to any area of your life. Step 1, seek God first. That means you gotta get alone daily with God. Every time you get alone with God, you give birth to something. See, breakthroughs are about positioning. You gotta do whatever it takes to put yourself in a position to hear God. God has equipped you with an inner power that your enemy cannot withstand. But in order for you to access it, you gotta come into His presence. And He will show you how to implement it in effective ways for your situation. Never buy your religion retail. Always buy it wholesale. Go to the original source, the truth, the place where it hasn't been diluted, hasn't been polluted. Go to the source. I'm not talking to you about theory right now. What I'm telling you is a fact. The moment I started getting alone every single day with God, it's the moment my life started to change. Now I'm gonna close this step out with scripture so you understand what I'm telling you is rooted in the Word. Mark 1:35 says, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where He prayed. Spiritual intimacy with God impregnates us with the power needed to give birth to His plan. Step number 2, detox emotionally. Now this is rooted in Ephesians 4:31-32. It says, get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Forgiveness is dialysis for the soul. What I'm telling you to do with this step is to examine your spiritual closet for traces of the enemy. You have to make room for success. You have to make room for your breakthrough. And if in your spiritual closet you are full of resentment, anger, bitterness, jealousy, all that junk, there's no room for success. There's no room for peace. Your future is too important to let it be held hostage by the past. Let it go. Now, when I say forgiveness, I don't mean that you have to agree with the wrong done to you. It just declares that you refuse to be held in bondage by it any longer. Your future is worth it. You are worth it. Let that stuff go. Some of the things that have been done to you might be so deeply rooted in you that you can't let go of it on your own. But now you remember, let's look back to that first step that I told you earlier about getting in the presence of God daily, getting along with God daily. See, if you do that, and you come into his presence and you lay this bitterness and this anger and this resentment and all the hurts and wrongs that have been done to you, when you come into his presence, you lay that stuff on the altar and say, Lord, here it is. Help me get rid of this stuff. Help me get rid of anything in the way of your plan for my life. I can hear those chains of the past falling off of you. Embrace your freedom, your newfound freedom. You are not a slave any longer. I speak the breakthrough over your life. Freedom. Trust God with your past. Let go and give it to him. Absolute surrender restores absolutely. Step 3 for your breakthrough. You got to create a powerful vision for your victory. In your mind, you've got to be able to see what your breakthrough looks like. Vision is the genesis of all greatness. Breakthroughs must be first engineered in the mind. You can't go someplace that you don't have a vision for. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Your imagination is the womb that will give birth to your future. Those that walk through life without a vision are in a constant state of confusion. And God is not the author of confusion. Think outside the box by moving your mind into the realm of unlimited possibilities. Begin the construction right now. Create in your mind today the world that you want to live in tomorrow. Define and clarify in great detail on paper what you want your victory to look like. See, you gotta keep your eyes on the prize and your vision in front of you. It's critical and biblical that you write it down. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain so that he that read it can run with it. Write it down. Step 4 to your breakthrough. Adopt the mindset of the unstoppable. A disciplined mind rooted in truth can do the impossible. Truth is the chiropractor of the mind. Every situation, every trial or tribulation has a mindset required to overcome it. Right thinking, if sustained long enough, will eventually bring peace and order to any situation. Now let's go to the word. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. To change a behavior, we must address the thinking that produces it. Stop attacking the fruit and get down to the root. The word says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Show me your thinking and I will show you your tomorrow. Adopt the mindset of a champion. It starts right between the ears. The battlefield is over the mind, and you gotta win that every single day you get up, day in and day out. You can't take a day off. Your breakthrough must be first possessed in your mind. Get it there and you have it in the physical. Step 5, declare the breakthrough. Your mouth is a creative device designed to call forth the fruit of truth. Now the word says, death and life on the power of the tongue. Those that love it shall eat the fruits thereof. Speak life. Speak victory. Speak the breakthrough. The words you speak aloud will prove allegiance to the God you serve. You either serving the God of faith or the God of doubt. The God of boldness and courage or the God of fear. And as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Declare the breakthrough. Your mouth mirrors the inner state of your relationship with God. Do you believe if a person who didn't know you overheard your conversation, would they know that you serve God? Would they think that that God you serve has limits? Or that all things are possible? Call for things that be not as though they were. Speak the victory. Step number 6. Master the art of blindness. Begging doesn't move God. Faith does. Faith is the only language spoken in heaven. And destiny is obligated by universal law to concede to the demands of faith. We walk not sight, but by faith. Master the art of blindness. Doubt is the plague. Therefore, all naysayers around you must be quarantined. When you're going through trials and tribulations, you need nothing but warriors and soldiers around you. You got to get all those people that doubt out of your life. And that includes your family. If there's people in your family speaking death over you, you got to shut them down. You got to shut that off. The enemy still has the power and ability to gain access to the mouth of a righteous person. The enemy will use anyone around you to sow seeds of defeat over your life. Just like I spoke to you about the last step, about declaring the blessing. The enemy uses the same principle in reverse. He's got to declare the curse over you. And if he can't get you to do it, he will find someone around you to do it. Let's go to the word. And all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. Real faith is never subject to circumstances. It's unconditional. It has nothing to do with your physical senses. What you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you smell, how you feel. None of that. Faith is more than words. It's an unconditional activity, a continuous action of refusing to concede or accept one's current circumstances. I believe in the promise. I believe in what God says. And nothing can make me believe otherwise. Stop focusing on your problem and stay focused on the God to which all things bow. Religion will not change your circumstances. Faith will. A step towards faith is a step towards power. The more you move from making decisions based on your feelings to that of true faith, the more of God's power you will have access to. When expectation and dreams collide, they explode with manifestation. Faith is the oxygen that breathes life into your dreams. I'm gonna leave you with one last thing here on this step. It's not the length of the prayer that gives it power. It's the faith behind it. Keep it simple. Ask once, then never stop believing. The final step, number 7, plug into the power. Love changes everything it touches. God is love, and whatever is not of love is not of God. Love has an internal, infinite vibration that reaches to the core of everything in existence. It is by far the most powerful thing in the universe. All miracles originate from it. All powers of nature bow to it. All successes and breakthroughs hinge on it. We overcome not by force, might, or money, nor by our knowledge, talents, or connections. We are victors not because of what we do, but because God loves us. What Jesus did for us on the cross empowers us by grace to break through all barriers. You are God's ambassador on earth with a single agenda, and that's to love. The more fluent you are in this universal language, the greater your circle of influence will be. Love is more than just an emotional feeling. It's spiritual ballet. The act and expression of this positive energy creates all the good in the world. You can transform anything in your life by plugging into this frequency. Plug into the power. When you adhere to the law of love, you ascend in consciousness to the maximum level of awareness. Through the eyes of love, you will not only be able to see, but to truly understand. Being firmly rooted in this power allows you to approach life from a place of strength. By consistently projecting this divine energy, your options and outcomes become limitless. Love is a superhighway. Those that travel on it are destined to impact the world. It is the master key that grants access to the spirit realm of all creation. To love is the highest display of wisdom, the highest form of trust, and the highest form of worship. Shift from a state of needing love to one of bleeding love. Never in a room without it. Never go a day without giving it. Release this catalyst of change into every environment you influence. infiltrate. Instead of wishing for a miracle, become the miracle. Incorporating the gift of love into every aspect of your life will make you a difference maker. Your miracle is hidden in the needs of those around you. The only way to access it is by love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. So whatever miracle, whatever breakthrough you need, find somebody who needs that same thing that you need and pray for them that they receive their breakthrough. The secret to the breakthrough resides in this verse, Job 42:10. And the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Praying for others is a catalyst for massive change. Go get your breakthrough. I'm Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable. Truth is the new black, the couture for greatness. Get your t-shirts now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Join the movement.
The most powerful tool that you have right now in your life, in your body, is your mind. That's why the enemy fights you in your mind. The devil doesn't have to tie you up for you to be bound. He just has to tie up your head. With stress, with worry, with aggravation, with low self-esteem, with pettiness, with anger, with hostility, with rebellion. And he can make you physically sick because your mind is sick. Lay your hands on your head and say, give me a new mind. Give me a new mind means give me a new perspective. Give me a new perspective. Give me a new way of looking at my situation. Give me a new way of looking at my circumstances. Get my mind ready for this year, because when I get this year, there's going to be blessings, there's going to be miracles, there's going to be opportunities. Oh yes, it's going to be some struggles, it's going to be some challenges, it's going to be some tests, but even the struggles are an opportunity for me to show off the victory if my mind can handle the change.
If you can take it, you can make it. If you can take it, you can make it. All right, you train, you fight way harder than those other guys, and you win. You get out from under them. If you can take it, you can make it. You can do this. Just gotta believe you can.
There's some things I'm not taking with me in the new year. Everything that's inflexible and everything that's not ready and everything that's backwards and everything that's negative and everything that's condescending and everything that's carnal and everything that's holding me back, I refuse to take it over into another year and waste another new year with an old mind. Don't shape yourself around the comings and goings of this world. Don't shape your opinions and your attitudes around circumstances that you cannot change. If you go into another year and waste another year with the old mentality while somebody's in the hospital begging God for the opportunity that you have right now, you better step into this moment. As soon as you decide to stop looking for answers in other people and miracles somewhere down the yellow brick road and click the heels of your mind, you could have been free years ago. If you can get your mind out, you can get your money out, you can get your family out, you can get your job out, you can get your career out, you can get your health out, you can get your prosperity out. If you can get your mind out, no devil in hell, no weapon formed against you, no enemy that hates you, no witch that hexes you can stop you If you can get your mind out, grab yourself by the hand and say, we're coming out of there. Tell them I'm coming out head first. I will not face a giant without you. I will not make a major decision without prayer. I will not bring somebody into my life just because they please me. I'll submit myself, my destiny, my future over to you. You are my foundation. You are my rock. You are my fortress. You are my strength. You are my defense. Without you, I can do nothing. You are the substratum of every dream I have ever dreamed in my life, and I will take no promotion you don't want me to have, and I will accept no friend you don't want me to have. You're my rock. You owe him a level of commitment. You owe him a level of commitment. It's wrong for you to think that you're going to give an offering and God's going to bless a business you ain't committed to. Bless a marriage you ain't committed to. Bless you in school and you won't study. Bless you as a saint of God and you won't walk like a saint of God. Who do you think God is? Somebody playing in Vegas? God is not hitting a slot machine. God is a guaranteed, definite I am, the mighty God, a sure blessing. He told Abraham, I swear I'm gonna bless you. Ain't no chance, ain't no doubt, ain't no joke about it. If I told you I was gonna bless you, I will open up the windows of heaven. Then wonder why I thought I'd be further than I am at the age of. Let me tell you why you are not further. It is not the devil, it is not witches, it is not demons, and it's sure God ain't haters. You are not any further than where you are right now because you have never thrown your whole self at anything in your life. You take a half-committed man and a half-committed trifling woman and put them together and they'll have some half-committed trifling kids and the whole house will be half-committed because children will be what they see. Stop fussing at your kids. They're a reflection of you. Your second commitment is to family, and it's a very important commitment. Through the storm and the rain and the heartache and the pain and the disappointment, you have to believe in the we and the us and not the me and the you, or you're not gonna make it. It's a commitment. It's not a feeling. You gotta come home when you're in love, and you gotta come home when you're not in love, or you're not gonna make it. And stay there till the love comes back. It's a commitment. Y'all don't want to hear real truth. You want to hear fairy tale Hollywood shake and bake stuff, but in reality, it's a commitment. Commitment to your dream. You cannot get people to believe in your dream until you believe in it yourself. Stop asking people to invest in things where you have no investment. Stop asking people to deliver something to you where you're not willing to go to the wire for yourself. If you don't learn to give like you learn to get, every area that there is not reciprocity, it will die. Reciprocity. What do you give back for what you get? If you're not committed, you're not going to make it. Even the ones with the personalities you don't like. You have to be committed. Through the storm and the rain and the heartache and the pain and the disappointment, you have to believe in the we and the us and not the me and the you, or you're not gonna make it. It's a commitment. It's not a feeling. Until you have had the taste of finishing, you will not respect yourself. Until you follow through, until something is done, come hell or high water, tears and struggles and pain, and you go through it anyway, and you show up and you continue to fight on no matter the circumstances, after a while, something begins to wither inside of you. Anytime you need something that you can't give to yourself, you're at the mercy of somebody else, and when they don't come through, you got pain. And what you become is the consequences of what you didn't get. It's an urge. It's an urge. Truth be told, every champion has felt it. Every president has felt it. Every king has felt it. Every lion has felt it. Every winner has felt it. Every soldier has felt it. Every victorious person has felt it. The urge to quit. Don't you give up on your dream. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much, but don't you quit. Don't you quit. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. As weak as you are, as tired as you are, as many mistakes as you made, you do make a difference. There is something they would lose if you were not there. There was something that they would miss if you were not there. You do make a difference.
Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.